Hello and welcome, brothers and sisters. B'neha Elohim. I'm here today at a very special place because I've been getting ready to do the rest of my video on the coast, and I've been running into what geologists are calling basalt tubes, and that is not what these are. These are not basalt tubes. This is actually tendon fibers. Like you'd see up in Washington, state of Washington, up there with Devil's Tower, and you'll see at the top where it's all, you know, getting more wrinkly up there and cracked where the muscle would have been on top. But that's what this is. This is not from the ice flow coming through and taking all the smaller stuff away, and this is left behind. That's not from a glacier. This is actually tendon, and you would find this in meat or whatever, and I will show you this in a minute. But this is a place called Skinner's Butte Climbing Columns out of Eugene, Oregon. There's about 175,000 people that live here, and they use this for rock climbing. So I drove 50 miles to come out here away from the coast to come inland to show you this. And so I'm going to show you this, how these all come in here like this. This is it's absolutely amazing because we can come right up to it. The same things at Devil's Tower. Roger Spur's done videos on that, on the same type blocking right here, and I'm able to walk right up to this, so this is incredible. And we can look right at the structure of this, look at this pattern. The biology of life, like I'm going to show you in a video that a man talks about, that we always find this pattern all over the earth like this. Well, yeah, you know why you're finding this pattern like this? This is biology. Same thing, and I'm going to show you in biology where you'll find this same pattern like this, okay? Look at that up in there. See that? That's biology. This is biology. This is not what they're telling us. This is not from when the earth was first formed and the earth crust forming and tectonic plates rolling in together and all that. That is not what this is. But this is incredible, man, because I'm able to stand right here and look at this and walk right up to it and show you the structure, what it looks like, the pattern, all of it. Whoa, 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 and it's really slick. Look at this design of this stuff. Look at this. That's the pattern in this stuff. It's not nice and slick back there when you take a look at it from a ways away. Look at this. I'm going to show you. Go right up one of these columns. And you take a look at this pattern in that. That's biology. And this is the way they're built, all the way up. And you know what's amazing? Each one of these pieces has a little membrane around it. Even our cells, the cells in our body, are made of collagen, a type 1 or a type 3 collagen that makes up the fabric, the matrix that holds the cell together. And that's what you're seeing here. You're seeing collagen on a major scale. I'm going to back up and get back from this so I can take a look at some more of this. Man, look at these patterns and some of this over here. It's amazing. That is mind-blowing. No one even knows what they're looking at. And notice how flat it is. This one's gone. I'll be able to stand on top of these and look down at them too. Now I'll take you and show you a video where a man's talking about how he thinks all this was formed millions and millions of years ago. And that is not true. That is not true. All right, I'm going to try to get up on some of these. I'm not a rock climber. Oh, they cheat a lot. Look at this. But that's what they look like from top. See that? Here we run into that pattern again that I find all over. So these are the ones that, you know, and all they do is they snap off at the transition. That's all it is. They snap off right here and fall off. That's all it is. And we're built in blocks. Even your body is made in blocks. Biology is made in blocks. Okay? You're made out of blocks, believe it or not. We all are. But look, we can look right down on top of these, just like this guy I'm going to show you in a video. He's walking on them thinking, no, man, you're walking on top of tendon fibrils that are snapped off. And that's what these are. See how they break off flat and smooth? Look at the biology in this thing. And the muscle would have been up on top and it's all eroded and gone. Whoa, 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 about fell over backwards. Sorry about that. But these are not basalt tubes, what they call basalt tubes. You know what? If that's true, what this man is saying in the video I'm going to show you, then we should be able to find that happening in real time on the planet and find these right now. If they say they only take 100 years to dry or to cool off, then we should find them in the process right now. But we don't find them. We find things that look kind of like it, but they are nothing like these. Nothing like this stuff. Nothing like Devil's Tower. They are similar, but they're nothing close to it. I'll show you that too. Okay, today I'm going to be dealing with tendon structure. If you take a look at this, the tendon, the collagen fibrils that surround each piece, and then each piece is surrounded by another piece of collagen, and it just keeps on going and going. If you take a look at this pattern in here, that's the same thing we're dealing with in tendons. Okay? And I'm going to show you that here. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm trying to build up this to show you that's what it is. Okay, and here's what I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be showing you this part here. Okay? I'm going to be showing the piece in between the bone and the muscle. The muscle is going to be gone, and this is going to be the tendon straps going to that muscle. That's what you're going to be seeing. Yeah, you ever seen so perfectly corners like that? I'm going to tell you, yeah, just millions of years ago, it kind of hardened like a mud puddle. That's what made it crack like this. Really, you're going to compare this to a mud puddle? Look at this pattern. I find this everywhere at the coast. You guys know that. This is everywhere because it's biology. And the inner part of this is different than the outer part. It wouldn't be the same as this outer part. It's going to be under compression. All right. Okay, I'm going to record some of this on the GoPro. Hope my finger's not in the way. This is incredible. This is a tendon. And I want to get some closer up views of it with the GoPro so you can see a little more detail how it's actually designed. This is inside your body too. And this is not basalt tubes like they say or nothing like that. But I mainly want to use the GoPro so I can show you what the in view looks like. This stuff is the same way, like if you have pulled pork or something like that at home. Next time you have pulled pork, pull your pork apart, take a look at the strands and see how it's made. It's a strand within a bundle of strand within fibers. The same thing is exactly what this is. Okay, that's exactly the same thing that what this is. These are fibers. Look at this. This is fibrous. This is one of those that they got concrete around. See how fibrous this is coming out? And then if you take a look at them, they're a chunk within a chunk within a chunk. I mean, a fiber within a fiber. They're really fibrous, okay? And I'll show you some more here in a minute. Up close, look at this pattern. Look at this pattern on them. Same pattern I find at the coast on the biology I'm finding down there. That biology of life. I'm able to get right up close to these. And this is the same thing at Devil's Tower is. Same type thing you're looking at here. Okay. These are actually, this is fibrous material, fibrils. Same thing. This is made of collagen. Type 1 and type 3. That's why it's so strong in your body also. It's the way it's formed. I'm going to show you something here. Here's one of those coming out of the ground. See the pattern on it? It's broken off. There's one over here. It was a better one. Let me show you it. But you can see some of these. Oh, here you can start getting into it. See how each one's in sections? There's a piece, a piece, a piece, a piece, a piece, a piece. They're all this way. I'm just trying to find the ones that you can see better. And I'll show you here's one. Look how it's all broken up into pieces. Each fiber has fibers of its own. So each one of these columns has its own fibers within the fiber. Yeah, does that make sense? I'm going to stand on some of these and I'll show you what I mean. Here's one right here. It's busted off. See? It's made of individual strands itself. It blocks. That's what makes them so tough and flexible. Here's more right here. Here's another one. See? They're not just one strand. They're a strand within a strand. You'll find the same thing in your pulled pork at home when you're having dinner. Your meat, next time you're having dinner, play with your food. I know we were told not to, but that's how you'll see what I'm talking about. There's some better ones over here. Here's one. See that? That's what they're like inside. All these fibers make a bundle, a band. And that's what these are, bands of muscle or tendon fibers. Same things in muscle. But the muscle's made of it doesn't have the triple helix like this stuff will with collagen, and so it's not real fibrous and real tough, and it doesn't stay behind most of the time. It gets eroded, where this stuff is so tough in your body that it stays behind in mud fossilization. That's what we see a lot of. But you'll see even these ones here that are eroded away, you'll see they're blocks, they're chunks. There's a chunk, there's one, you see that? I'm standing on these. See those ones that are snapped off and eroded away? They would have probably been under tension and snapped off and eroded, or the other ones might be under compression. See the chunks in that one down there? Yeah, they're real blocky inside them. Look at this one. Look how blocky it is inside of it. See? It's a bunch of bands inside the band. There's another one here. See that? You can get smaller ones, like how small that one and that one and that one and that one are. And that's what makes them really tough. I'm not a rock climber, so I'm gonna get down off of here. I have enough problem down at the I can get up here and look at some of this stuff. See, here's where you're getting into the wrinkle zone. Right here. See that? This is getting into the wrinkle zone up here towards the top where the muscle would have been. See this? Yeah, it's starting to get to the wrinkle zone, just like in Devil's Tower. Up here at the top would have been more of the where it transcends in or transitions into the muscle. Yeah, see all these bands they're in block, they're in strands. Oh, here's a really good one. See that? And then you have the pattern of life, the pattern like I find on that coast, like I just found on the side of it down there. You find going this way too. Incredible. But yeah, you start getting up in here into the wrinkle zone. Ah, it's killer, isn't it? See all the ones down there that are snapped off? You can stand on them and walk on them. They're flat. They break off perfectly flat. Well, not perfectly flat, but you get the idea. And there's Eugene, Oregon. See, a big valley with these knobs sticking up in it. Portland's to the north, Seattle. Okay, geology calls this basalt tubes. They say it's happened millions and millions of years ago and pushed up from the ground or whatever. It doesn't matter because that's not what they are. Okay, this is that there's probably looks like me like that. That's tendon, possible tendon right there. And I'm going to show you some more. Okay, here's more of them here. They're calling basalt tubes. That's not what that is. That's tendon. That's tendon. That's tendon. Those are tendon fibers. Same thing in you. Okay, so this ended up bringing me to the geology of Devil's Tower. Everybody's seen this before, which that is actually like Roger Spur says a foot. You got all the red down in here. They do not understand what they're talking about. I promise you that. And that's kind of what I have today. I got the same thing, but on a smaller scale. The wrinkle zone, all of it, and I will show you that. And I'm able to go up close to these, and we can actually see, I believe, what's called a triple helix in a collagen pattern, which is type 1 and type 3. Type 2 is your liquid collagen, and I believe that's what we're getting into, and we're seeing the biology. They even mentioned the biology of nature in this video, and that's not what they're seeing. They're saying this is lifted by a volcano from below, and I'll show you here. That is not true. Okay, she gets into how were the columns formed. And here we go. This is this one here says the cracks tended to create six-sided columns, nature's tightest and strongest fit. You notice the pattern? And I'm going to show you this same pattern inside your body, okay? That pattern right there is biology. Okay. So she's showing how those work, it's tendon fibrils. That's what that is. It's tendon fibrils. That is not what it is what they're saying. That's the abrupt transition at the top. The muscle would have been on top of that. As it transitions into the muscle, the bone, the foot, the bone down below. I got the same thing as you're seeing right there today. I got that too. Okay? Okay, geology calls this basalt tubes. They say it's happened millions and millions of years ago and pushed up from the ground or whatever. It doesn't matter because that's not what they are. Okay? This is, that there's probably looks like me like that. That's tendon. Possible tendon right there. And I'm going to show you some more. Okay, here's more of them here. They're calling basalt tubes. That is not what that is. That's tendon. That's tendon. That's tendon. Those are tendon fibers. Same thing in you. This is in northern British Columbia. They're calling the same thing. This is tendon. The muscle would have been on top of that. It's all gone. And these are tendon fibers. That's transition down here into the bone underneath. That's what that is. And I got a video coming up where I'm going to have this spangled out stuff right here on the coast. Okay, I came over and watched this guy's video, and he's explaining what these tubes are. This is in the state of Washington. Nice bow tie. But that's tendon fibrils behind him. Don't have a clue what they're talking about. Look how it's flat on the top. You're starting... crying out loud, man. Yeah, it gets to be a bit much because they don't have a clue. I'm going to show you this today. I have the same thing. He gets in here and tries to explain what these are. As far as the glacier going over and scrubbing them and all that. That is not what that is. And here's what he does. I gotta tell you. Anyway, yeah, he's saying this is, you go to Antarctica, you see permafrost with cracks in these shapes. Oh man, I'm also going to show you some biology, okay? Here we go. Okay, here's what this is. He's suggesting that these things dried like the cracks in a mud puddle. The same way you go to a drying mud puddle after a thunderstorm and you see the cracks. That's what he's saying. The way they dried it took 100 years, or the way they cooled, and they cooled like the cracks in a mud puddle. That's muscle tissue. Okay, that's what it looks like. Normal muscle skeletal fibers, muscle fibers. These are muscle fibers. I find this all over the place, like that pattern. Cross-section of muscle with the muscle fibers showing. Now imagine if this is flat on the ground, those were smooth and you were walking on top of those. That's what's going on with a lot of stuff. Yeah, you can actually walk on top of them. They're such proportion you can't imagine. Skeletal muscles cross-section. Different types of muscle with leanness, pound for pound. See the different types of muscle structure? Here's another one. That's another image analysis of skeletal muscle. Another one. This is peripheral nerve pathology. Muscle and peripheral nerve. Look at all the different types of matrices here. That's what collagen does. It holds things together. It's a matrix that goes around everything. Even your cells in our body have collagen in the cell that holds it together. It's what makes everything hold its shape, go back together, strengthen it, on and on and on. Collagen, super important. It's almost in 100% of our body. Okay, it's very, very cold. I'm going to call her a day. Incredible footage. Incredible find. It's been here most of my life. When I was younger, I used to come over here and party. Never even know this was here. Oh well, that's what partying will do to you, I guess, when you're young. Yeah, incredible biology, folks. But that's what this is. This is not basalt tubes. Sorry. Man. Alright. I'm going to call her a day. I got footage on the other camera too. Peace out. God bless.
And bye-bye now.